I really like it. We're actually very rapidly approaching our first mill as well, so that is going to be awesome. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Good Company Freeplay with me, Spacefish. And welcome to a new research lab that we are now finally proceeding in nicely. As you all may remember, in the last episode we just finally ended up checking off milestone 4, which does mean more reward on level 24 for a start, a little bit of decorative items, or actually, is that even a decorative item? I'm not quite sure, but definitely the mechanics workbench and the advanced electronics workbench, which is certainly going to come in handy. Now, I'm kind of interested. I mean, I would think that this was a decorative item more than anything, but let's check it out. Yep, so just a little research table for a bit of a decorative item, which honestly we don't really have too much of that going just yet. Now, other than that, looking at the market overview real quick, you can all see right here that the calculator is actually getting very close to market phase 5, which we'll probably progress into that straight away when we can. I mean, honestly, we're currently at like absolutely insane numbers of 27 potential sales a week, and we're not even close to fulfilling those, so I'm quite confident that even when progressing with the market phase, we'll probably sell off the same amounts of stuff, and at the same time, you know, we'll get more money for it, so win-win right there. That said, what else do we have? We've got the cassette player, which just proceeded, which we're kind of okay on. Nothing to do there, I don't think. No new actions. We've got the pocket computer, which is halfway into a new market phase, and once it is, we'll probably need to make a new one, which is going to be a bit of an issue, because as you all may remember, we will definitely need those advanced tables to make sure that we can keep up with the frequencies needed. So I'm not quite sure we're covering all of those yet, because we have milestone 5 out here. Now, it does still give us the precision workbench, but I don't actually think we need that. So I'm like slightly optimistic that we do have all the tables that we need, but I'm not 100% sure. This one though, actually quite interesting, is you do get the pick and place machine, you do get metal processing and small case machines. So there's going to be a bunch of things that we can probably automate and like just only feed via conveyors there. So maybe some interesting new idea for whatever new product we may actually be getting up here then. So definitely something to keep in mind for the future here then, but I hope that we have got the stuff for the pocket computer production covered. And then we've got the courier bots, which 75 units to be sold before we can proceed to the next market phase, which should honestly still be fine. I mean, we've got a lot of discount left in this market, so I'm overall not too pessimistic in that regard. That said, what are we currently researching on? We are apparently working on the register array, and I'm not even quite sure what we still have open down here, because we've got so much stuff researched. I think I was saying that after the register array, I wanted to focus on more advanced parts. So like a quadruple battery stack or a microcontroller. I think let's start with a quadruple battery stack. Then we can do the microcontroller as well. And then after that, I mean, maybe some more advanced bot parts so we can, you know, proceed the courier bot if we need to. I wouldn't see these just yet, because that's like drone parts, and we're like 60, well 50 by now points away from that, so that is still a bit before then. We don't need more improvement parts, to be honest. We don't need more case parts. So yeah, I think that is then about the way to go. And this thing here, I'm just going to leave untouched, to be honest, because I just always kind of appreciate these things down here a lot more, like with the quadruple battery stack. It's all very, very simple, very nice. I really do like it, and it's always got decent stats to work with, so that is overall pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so with that said, that is going to be our research target then. Other than that, I don't quite feel I've got a lot of things to optimize away at. Maybe I could actually now finally work at improving some more tables, you know, increasing profitability that way. Maybe increasing calculator production that way would be an idea, because I'm not quite sure we're hitting max frequency out here with everything that we are doing. Kind of wondering about this rule. Why do I have battery stacks in here but a rule for single cell batteries? Where's my current blueprint for not calculators? That's actually these cassette players. Where's my current blueprint for those? Using battery stacks. Why is there a rule for single cell batteries? It's kind of confusing, but okay. So yeah, as you can see down here, we've got a lot of these monophone speakers. We've got a few beepers as well. Do I need both of those? Let me just check this again. Keith 600C. So yeah, we've got monophone speakers, we've got beepers, and we've got battery stacks apparently. And as you can see over here, we do seem to have a lot of these monophone speakers and beepers, but we're really low in battery stacks, so maybe that way we can optimize production. Now, looking at the market overview, how are we doing at selling these things? Does look like we're kind of somewhat hitting the max, but I would be thinking that through producing a few more battery stacks, we could probably produce a few more. What's my production time on this? 0.65 days. Yeah, that should be... Yeah, you can see right here, we do definitely have a bottleneck in these things. But we're already working with chemistry tables, so there's not really much that we can do for the battery stacks out here, I don't feel. Unless we cram another one. Which would then kind of be the question if we could... Yeah, we can't push the beepers more. I would suppose that we can probably push these things more. Apparently not. Okay, so all of these are maxed out with electronics workbenches, so we can't even push these things more. We would be able to push the battery stacks a bit more, which I'm kind of wondering if that could be worth it. Now the question being, right... Wait. We're definitely making... Yeah, I mean, I'm missing a table there, am I not? Because let's think about this, right? For every cassette player that we're making, I'm using 2 battery stacks. I'm using 1 beeper and I'm using 1 monophone speaker. Now, every one that I produce of these cassette players takes me 0.65 days, right? So, with these things producing at a frequency of 0.6, that should be doable to cover everything. Same for the battery stacks, but the thing is, I'm using 2 battery stacks for 1 cassette player. I've got 2 assembly stations, so I've only got 3 of these tables. So, like, even if I put another chemistry table down, I shouldn't be experiencing any bottlenecks here. I just need 1 more chemistry table as far as I can see. That's kind of... I'm not quite sure why I set it up that way. It's kind of weird. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm kind of tight on space here, but yeah, should I cram it in right there? Probably not as much, because that's going to close off another logistics way, and I'm already very short on those. Then again, honestly, does it matter as much? It doesn't. That doesn't matter much at all. So I can just cram that thing in there. Can hire another person. Then I probably need to do... Is this on manual? Yes, it is. So I'll need to... Did I set... God. Did I set the recipe? I didn't. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of pretty doable. I'm really not quite sure what happens here, not gonna lie. Like, that's kind of weird, but okay. So, I'm gonna set this all up, and that's gonna be good. I'm just gonna up the bandwidths here for everything, because why didn't I do it? I don't know. What is still in here? I don't know either, because there is a space in there that's apparently blocked. Or not. I just canned up the bandwidth. Or no? I'm kind of confused. Why can I not use the last space in this? Can somebody tell me? The heck? Please? What is happening? Like, as you can see, my phone is not muted as always. It's literally like, there is not a single time I'm recording wherein I don't forget that. I'm really sorry, guys. But yeah, so I'm really not quite sure. Why can I not use the last space on this? That's so weird. Like, there is obviously space. There's no random stuff lying around in there. And there's nothing that should be using up this last space out here, so why the heck can I not use it? This is so weird. Uh-oh. Whoops. I mean, that wasn't planned. Let me fix that quickly, hopefully. Can I please click that? How do I now? How? What? No, please. Wait, in theory that connection is still up? Well, it isn't though. Oh my god. What do I even do now? Wait. Oh my god, that was lying in a spot that wasn't, like, made for logistics? Or what's, like, the deal there? Wait, what? Yeah, right, okay, so I need to actually connect that up, but, like, no, still not fixed. I'm really not quite sure what's up with the inventory of this thing. I've got one slot which is unusable, apparently, which is super annoying, kinda, but nothing I can do, apparently. So very weird. If you guys know what I've done wrong there, you know, please let me know down below. Let's try if it works for this one, because it honestly should. If it doesn't, then, like, yep, that's the way that should work for the other one. I really don't know why that is the case. But okay, so that should then fix the whole battery thing for us, which is, yeah, interesting. I mean, we should, in theory, have like a full, yup, we've got a full shelf for these. So let's go back to the market overview then. Let's go into the cassette player stack right here. And I'm just going to up the sales a bit more to a point where we can actually sell 18 a week. Okay, let's hope that that's going to work out for us and that we're going to now start selling more of this stuff. And now that with that we're going to make a bit more profit out here. Because, you know, who doesn't like to make a bit more money, right? So, see, is there something in that spot that I've... No, there's nothing in there that I can't see or something. It's just empty. I'm so confused by this. I don't even know. Okay, well, let me fill that up, and I've got 2 remaining good stuff. Could you use up something? Thank you. Okay, well, there we go. I really don't know what's up with that shelf, but okay, it's fine. So we've got that optimized a bit, which is great. Now, out here, how are we doing? All these chemistry tables are going to have to stay. I mean, we can't optimize that any further. We've got this stuff out here, which we can't optimize either, because, you know, rather basic products, so nothing I can do out there. I do have a lot of overproduction, it seems, in this stuff, though. Which is kind of crazy. Why do I have that much overflow? Is it just getting picked up that rarely? Really not quite sure. I mean, it does look as though these guys are still... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of... Interesting. So what frequency do I have on these calculators, then? Can I maybe save some money there? Let's see, so we've got... yeah, okay. A little bit of inherent overflow is to be expected, but we don't really need much more. And I totally forgot to get back to research here, so, you know, let's fix that. Other than that, what else do we have? I mean, this stuff we're not going to touch until we actually need more speed. And then we've got this down here, which we really just already used some more advanced tables on. I mean, I do have this, but it's already all at max frequency, so we're not going to be able to change much about that, except for if we, you know, want to go for automation, because I do think these metal thingies, but we don't really have that much space. I think it all requires a bit more space. I don't think that's really much that's worth going for. Now, I am apparently missing metal plates out here, which, you know, is not too great. Yeah, that's because I didn't fix the bandwidths in that thing, so let's do that just now. Actually, double. Well, let's just... I've got another one of these shelves. What is this? Explain yourself. What the heck? It just keeps being slots that I'm not allowed to use for some reason. That's super weird. I don't even know. Also, it seems that I'm now making more than I can fit onto one of these things, which is kind of mad. But I guess we can fix that, theoretically, hopefully, unless I block anything off, which I don't. So we can go and just make a logistics connection from here to here, too. Then I'm going to max the shelf space for these things out there. And, you know, sell order, and there we go. And, you know, while I'm already here, I may as well just quickly, manually juggle things around, which is actually not going to be that quick because I don't have much of any inventory space. But it's going to work eventually. And that said, I should probably work on using some more of these parts for analysis as well. But yeah, so that is going to get sold off for a nice big profit. Actually, more of a profit than I even was able to make, apparently. Oh, I can only sell 17. Oh, I didn't only sell 5 last week. Well, that was probably part of the issue then. Just some logistics employee being too lazy again or something. Okay. So not really that much of an oversupply that I had hoped for, but that's alright. So, how are we doing for market phases now? Calculator is able to progress a phase, so let's go and do that right away. We're going to make 950, didn't we just make 840? That's a whole lot more money, that's actually kind of crazy. I'm just going to keep it at potential sales of 17 a week, I think, does seem to be a nice average. That said, actually, seems kind of low, doesn't it? I thought we were rather steadily hitting this mark. Maybe it was actually more the Keith 600 scene with the calculator was a bit more fluctuative? Why is it that fluctuative for the calculator though? And I keep snapping myself back up there. But, does look like it's the batteries that we're low on. Didn't I think the batteries should be fixed now that we've got longer assembly times? Let's double check here. We've got 0.75 days, and how many batteries do I need? I need 2. So, how many batteries do I make in 0.75 days? I mean, it's a quarter, so I should be making 3. And, right, I'm not quite making the 4 batteries that I need. But I should be rather close. It shouldn't be that big of a bottleneck. I think that's a bit crazy, to be honest. Why is there random stuff out here again? Oh my god. Is that new again? Oh, it apparently still is old and I never tidied it up. But like, holy moly, that needs to be fixed. And we did need the batteries out there, so that's good, I suppose. What is this even all for? LED arrays. We don't even make those anymore. Okay. Let's keep it like that for the time being, I suppose. That's at least that stuff out of the way. Let me just snap back up to the character here real quick, and then, you know, we'll just be moving over. And I'll be working on analyzing some of this random stuff that I don't want anymore. So, I think I'm going to start out with the single cell batteries out here. Yep. And we're going to analyze all of them, and that's going to take me ages, so, you know, see you again next year or something. And then we're going to check back down here. So, what else? Nope, didn't want to go there. What else do we have coming up? For one, this thing should all pretty much be straight. We're going to make a bunch more profit now with 950 bunks, so that's great, and we should very much still fulfill the market rating needed, so, you know, that's very great as well. Still 23k profit, so got that kind of a bit more steady. I really like it. We're actually very rapidly approaching our first mill as well, so that is going to be awesome. That said, we've got the Keith 600, nothing to worry about. We've got the pocket computer, which is going to be something to worry about, and we've got this thing, which is probably not going to be anything to worry about. So, for the time being, let me just fast forward this. I think is really not much of anything else to do. Like this thing down here we already explored. Out here, you know, kind of a few slight bottlenecks, but overall pretty ironed out. And, you know, pocket computer production hasn't been a concern since like God knows when. So, yeah, that's all pretty good. It's all pretty easy, but we are just about to hit another phase, and I think, is that going to get us into? No, it's actually not. Wait, but courier bots. Courier bots, it will get us into the next market phase. So that's probably going to be an interesting one as well. Well, actually, maybe not as much. I think I'm probably just going to put some discounts on it and be happy with it. So we're at 1190 right now. Let's keep that figure in mind. I think we did on average really only sell off like maybe 14 a week. How much should be our production frequency? It should be a bunch higher. Just kind of interesting. Maybe there's some more bottlenecks for me to iron out down here. For the time being, I think if we hit like potential sales of like 14, 15, I think we should be good for the time being. So, let's see. So 1190 right now. 1330. And it automatically discounted? Since when does it automatically discount on proceeding in a market phase? Kind of interesting, but yeah, okay, so we are going to... Wait, no, not as much. Wait, what? No! Hello? This is not what I'm... Wait, there's a default discount? I think this is a bug more than a feature, is it? Why is there a default discount of 4% on this product? I'm not trusting that one too much. I think I'm going to ask the devs about that, but like, yeah. As you can see, it always ups it by like 3 or 4%. I put it to 6, it puts it to 9, I put it to 4, it puts it to 8. It's very weird, but yeah, so that's is 6% enough actually? Wait, is that what I need for 6? No. Is this what I need for 6? Yup. Okay, so 6% is enough. So we're going to keep it at 14 potential sales for the time being. And I'm going to ask the devs about this because this doesn't seem too natural. If you all know anything about this, let me know down below. But I don't think it's due to my product being too bad or something. I feel it's more some random weird bug. So let's see about that. But for the time being, potential sales 14. And we're making 100 bucks more per unit, so that is actually pretty nice. And look at our profit, holy moly, 30k last week. That is actually pretty darn good, I'll have to say. I am very happy with that overall. And you know, single cell batteries are depleting down here, so that's also pretty decent news, I would say. Like, look at that, gonna be another stack gone in just a bit. And, you know, my inventory will hopefully finally be tidied up a bit more again until we, you know, make some random big technology changes again, which is probably inherently going to happen pretty soon anyways, with the pocket computer production being changed. So who knows for how long this will actually stay that way. That said, I wanted to have a quick look down here. What is actually bottlenecking this production? It doesn't seem like there's much of anything bottlenecking anything here, which is weird. Because in that case, we should definitely not be making that little of these things. Well, you've got 2 tables, so with the assembly frequency, right, of like 0.7 days, we should, I mean, like 14 should be easily hittable with like logistic times and everything. I think more like 16, to be honest. Or even 17, like, I'm not quite sure. Let's just fast forward this and watch this a bit closer, I suppose. Maybe, you know, it was due to me kind of messing up here with these guys not having enough metal that we had these issues. Maybe it's also the metal bot chassis, because that seems to be running pretty darn low at the moment. No, there's more coming. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't look like there should be much of any bottleneck down here. Because, I mean, especially, right, you'll remember, we just recently spent some time on this, so... Pretty weird. 32k weekly profit. We're really stabilizing the profit as these incredible high numbers at the moment, it seems, which I think is absolutely mad. Pocket computer is still a bit out, but like, holy moly. But I don't know, I think I'll just have to watch the market a bit closer here. So like, the calculators do seem rather stable and sell off now, which is good. I'm pretty happy with that. Cassette players still doing pretty fine, you know, actually seems to be doing slightly better than it did before, but really not as good as I was hoping for, so I'll have to look back at that to listing. Steady and perfect as always, and then we've got the Hero Mark 1, which does seem to be improved a bit, I feel. So maybe it was just these motors being a bit short due to metal shortages. I mean, let me look down here for any other signs of materials missing. Yup, found them. Oh my god, how even? Wait, how many plastic parts do we need for this stuff? 5. I think I should be changing something about this. Let me lower this by 1 and let me raise this by 1. I think that makes more sense. Maybe that will kind of fix that last little bit of bottlenecking down there, because as you can see, it seems like the metal bot chassis are kind of like the shortest thing in supply at the moment, so hopefully that way we'll be able to consistently supply those as well, which, you know, those are going to run out in a second, so it seems like that was actually a bit of an issue. That said, maybe it's just my logistics employees being slow as heck. Could be that too. But yeah, so I think that will be a bit of an improvement right there. Now, what is happening with these cassette players? I just gave you guys a new chemistry tail and more battery stacks, so you shouldn't be running short on anything anymore. Can you please enlighten me as to what is happening out here? Let's see. Are they running? Oh no, please don't tell me you're running short on battery stacks. That can't. No. Allowing you to. Okay. Oh, is it? No, it shouldn't be the input bandwidth. Like, there's actually 2 slots for batteries out there, so. I don't quite know. There's a lot of batteries in supply. Maybe it's just they're not getting moved fast enough. How many logistics employees do I have in this zone? 3. Maybe it's just a little? With the added complexity of this zone? How? I mean, this one is rather basic, right? But how's this one looking? This one's only got 3 as well. You know, I'm always kind of confused as to whether I am saving too much or at least trying too hard to save money on logistics employees, given that, you know, there used to be logistics points and there were logistics points where I had like 2 or 3 of them. And now, you know, I've got this whole huge zone with only 3 of them, so maybe I'm saving too much money on logistics employees. I'm really not quite sure. If you think that's a bottleneck, definitely make sure to let me know down below. I'll certainly read through the comments, and then maybe, you know, I can optimize a bit in that direction as well. But with that said, I think that's kind of the end to a bit of more of an optimization episode. We certainly got somewhere, I would say. You know, while we already made 35k of profit in one episode, I think we are stabilizing that profit in the higher numbers, which is absolutely awesome. We're absolutely blazing towards a mil as well, just 50k off now, so it's like another week or 2 and we'll finally be like cash millionaires, which is awesome. You know, company statistics, no financial overview, we're already getting close to 2 mils, so that's absolutely great. I mean, we'll have to find some ways, obviously, to, you know, reinvest all the money, maybe get like a bit more research going again or something, but you know, that's something for the future. I think the next thing will honestly be actually taking care of the pocket computer production, and then we'll probably be hitting a new product pretty soon as well. So really looking forward to all that, and I totally forgot to do the new research thing, so let's probably take care of that real quick as well, just like that. And with that said then, this is going to be it for this episode, so I do hope that you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out the channel, and if you're new around here and did enjoy these episodes, definitely make sure to subscribe right down below and hit that bell notification icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. That said, as always, thanks a lot for watching, and I hope I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.